Right when you hit record.
Yeah, I saw it.
That sounds quiet. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast.
I'm Patrick.
I'm James.
And I'm Alex. And this is the Dynamic Trio podcast.
Woo!
What episode is this?
Episode, it depends on when we choose to record or like when we choose to come out with some. Maybe, actually, no, it doesn't. This is going to be episode 36, I believe.
Episode 36.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh my God, we're almost at 50.
Yeah.
What are we going to do for the big 50?
Keep going.
I like the idea of a drunk episode.
Yeah, actually.
That sounds like that could be a vibe.
James doesn't drink, though, because
Why,
he's a
though?
square.
What about methamphetamines?
There it is.
Oh, I'm even downer for that.
Trying to hide his discomfort with a joke.
No, he's doing whatever that was.
Meth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing meth. Yeah.
Maybe I'm already on it.
Oh.
No, you're just hungover.
Shut up, dude. Don't out me as an alcoholic on the pod.
I mean,
Dude, how many times have we done an episode and I'm always hungover?
actually, I want to say this is a solid number 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was
This is the
gonna
6th
say,
time you've been hungover for the
not,
show.
Not too often,
Yeah.
but often enough it's
Yeah.
happened.
That it's like worth talking about.
Hey, man. Maybe
Wait.
don't record on a day after I just drank.
It's
Maybe.
Monday.
Yeah.
What are you doing drinking on a Sunday?
I wasn't drinking on Sunday. I'm hungover from Saturday.
That's crazy.
That's crazier.
That's actually crazy.
when you get to my age, this happens.
I'm older than you.
Yeah, but you're fucking cooler.
I'll never know what that feels like.
Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't been hungover either because I know how to like control myself.
Oh.
A little slight diss to you, huh?
Yeah.
You gonna take that?
I guess I will.
He's too tired to fight back. He's too dehydrated.
Yeah.
Drink some water.
I have water right here.
You're clearly not doing enough.
You're not doing enough. How about that? How
Hey.
about that?
Hey guys, I came here for a good time.
I'm having a blast.
Oh, okay.
I'm here purely by obligation.
Oh, God.
Your contract runs out next year. You're fine.
Yeah, and I'm jumping podcasts immediately.
To who? Who's gonna take you?
Yeah.
I'm just making my own. Exactly. I'm gonna be a free agent. I can't wait. It's gonna be. You know what's gonna be called?
Nobody's free in this America.
What's it gonna be called, Patrick?
You know what? I'm not gonna tell you what. I want to be competition.
Keeping it up with Patricio or some shit. Probably some dumbass shit like that because you're dumb as fuck.
And then right before it ends, he's gonna drop a pipe bomb promo.
Yeah. Or drop his whole fucking pipe. OnlyFans.
Oh wait,
But what are we here to talk about, y'all?
it's been a weird week. We gotta say a thank you. Do you guys know that,
To who?
listeners?
Oh.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we've been a little bit more consistent.
Yes.
And it hasn't just been us. The listeners are coming back these days. It's nice. It's nice. All 5 of you. It's really, really
more
nice.
than 5.
It is actually more than 5 now. We finally broke the 6, and we're
It's more than 6, you bastard.
no, we're actually really happy.
Yeah.
But more importantly, there's some interactions here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we finally got some comments.
And it's
Yeah.
not just, us fiddling with each other in the back.
A little bit of that.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
it's
no,
not
no.
just that.
Don't yes add what he just said, James.
I'm a team player.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're used by the team, is what you are.
Golly. Walked right into that one.
Oh my god. Well, you know what? We jumped on a trend this week. We didn't do the 1 man versus 100 gorillas, whatever. That's next time.
Yeah, we actually do have an entire episode planned about that.
Oh,
Mhm.
100%. But we're not doing the 100 man versus gorilla. 100 gorillas versus 1 man. Survive.
That's the premise?
That's ours. We're different.
That's
Yeah.
my nightmare. That's my actual nightmare.
That is terrifying. But we'll get to that later. Right now, we jumped on a trend about, the classic, I'm bored. Tell me about your craziest family, drama, things like that.
Mhm.
But we decided to take a little different turn.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to call them our fans, our listeners.
Yeah.
Our listeners are into the paranormal.
Mhm.
We did that one. So we said, we're bored. Tell us about your craziest paranormal stories that no one believes, but it's true.
Mhm.
And you guys showed up over 2,000 comments.
Wait, 2000?
I think it was 200, but yeah.
Yeah.
Go off, King. Go off, King. It was
Nah,
200, but
nah.
go off, King.
Go off. Yeah. Oh my God, is he Selena Gomez? The way he's inflating these numbers?
Oh.
Is that true?
Yeah, she did that apparently.
Yeah, so did a bunch of other artists.
Taylor Swift did that too, apparently.
Yeah.
Call me Selena Gomez then.
But if it works for them, it works for us.
It works for us.
One day we're going to be selling out stadiums then.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, dude.
Wembley? Wembley?
I prefer to stick on to this side of the earth.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, so we did that, and you guys showed up, and we even had a few people actually come in with some extra long stories. But before we get to that, we gotta talk about some of these comments, dude.
Yeah, read them out, Alex.
Okay, so this guy. Actually, no. I'll start off with the positive one. So actually, these are not positive, but the other one was just
They're
super
not?
negative, and I hated them.
Well, that's TikTok for you.
So we have a comment from this girl named Joy. So this is her story. We
Wait.
have a little boy. What? Wait. What? Wait.
I mean, read out the whole like username so that way they know.
This is Joy.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
What's this on?
Joy. I mean,
Wait, I thought there's like no username.
you've never been on the app. You can't talk.
That's why I'm asking questions.
Maybe go on it.
Never.
Yeah, her username is Joy.
Okay, I didn't know. That's crazy.
Maybe she just got there fast. Okay.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Cool, dude.
Mary had a little.
James, stop holding yourself and rocking yourself.
Okay.
All right. So here we go. Joy. We have a little boy that followed me home from a hospital. He's got a crush on my daughter and likes to mess with my son. Also, my hallway mirror is a highway. We get new ghosts all the time.
Yo, a highway?
Yeah, I guess it's like super long.
She's got a portal.
So they're just always coming about.
You guys know how those work, right?
Yeah.
Like supposedly it's like when two mirrors face each other, right?
Oh, they have to face each other? Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
That's what I understood from Sam and Kobe Ghost Hunting Adventures.
Yeah.
And
I hate
reliable
you.
source.
Why do you hate that?
Yeah, why do you hate that?
The name Kobe.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you actually for
Yeah.
sticking. Yeah, right.
Dang, I thought it was a cool name.
It's not a
Really?
cool name.
It's a cool name for people that suck ass.
Exactly. Actually, no, but like that's interesting. Wait, because I didn't interpret it as like they have two mirrors facing each other. It's just more. It's like there's always ghosts passing through.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
like
that could be it.
like from the side. You know what I mean?
Mm.
That sounds sick as hell.
Yeah.
Good for you, Joy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good.
Yeah,
I mean,
true, right?
She's not gotten rid of the mirror.
but also,
good
yeah.
call. Good call.
Yeah, okay. So,
She's inviting this.
Yeah, she like come on, like why not? Like it's basically like people watching, or like, or do you think it's kind of like standing outside of the aquarium, and just watching the fish?
ooh.
Yo.
That's
I don't want to watch
spooky.
that. I don't want to watch that.
No, I wouldn't either. Unless they're ghost fish.
Ooh, that. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
What?
All right, so the next person, their username is the pride flag, some type of star sign, a butterfly, XIOMARA butterfly.
Ziomara.
There you go.
Yes.
So this is hers. When I turn off the lights in my room, there's always this one spot that's darker than the others, and I'm convinced there's like a supernatural creature there.
Oh, one spot darker than the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a vibe actually.
Yeah.
That's spooky as hell. I mean, I wish you could say more. Like Ziomara, like is that spot particularly cold, even like during the summer?
Oh, that's a good point.
I actually replied to their comment.
You did.
And I actually asked them. I said, "Do you think you could see? You have a thing for seeing spots?" And they're like, they never really. I mean, from what I remember,
Mhm.
they don't really remember. They don't really know if it's like they can spot things.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of what it leads to me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Sounds really interesting though.
that is interesting. It's just basically just like a little cloud
Yeah.
of paranormal activity, possibly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or maybe a pipe leak.
Yeah, maybe
that
check.
could also be it.
yeah,
Yes.
maybe check the gas lines in your house.
Okay, well, if we're gonna go there, then that's like every comment.
Yeah, true.
Wait, Ziomara, is it just like a really dark curtain?
Oh, she can't answer, but yeah.
Jess.
No, don't do the accent.
James is allowed to do that, honestly.
Okay, I guess so. So this other one, this is the guy that I don't like.
Okay, let's give it.
Benjamin Hamrick.
Oh God,
Or like Benjamin Ham Dick in his mouth. I don't know. If that's his prerogative, it's fine. I
he's
don't know.
throwing up from how hurt he is.
So this is his comment. None, because this is the real world and paranormal nonsense isn't real. Piece of shit. Get out of my fucking comments.
Dude, what a hater. What a hate. He didn't have to comment.
Yeah.
No, he really didn't.
He could have just scrolled by.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't even like a good comment either. It wasn't
No.
even like a sick diss or anything like
Nothing.
that. You just you wasted your battery, but with like that little lame ass comment, Benjamin fucking buttoned up your ass, bitch.
Yep. That's a very good dude. He heard that.
What the heater?
For real. Okay, and here's another one. Me and my dad went to a restaurant and we were walking inside and someone brought us to the table and then one of the workers were like, "You can't sit here. It's already reserved to someone else." And me and my dad were talking about the girl who gave us our table. We described her and stuff and they said that she didn't work there at all. I had no clue who they were.
That wow.
Yeah.
That one throws me for a loop because there's a few of those in there.
Yeah.
And that's creepy.
That's crazy. You know what I'm imagining that? I'm imagining that in like a restaurant that has like a lake view,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like old.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, and there's just I kind of like that. I don't
Or
know.
like-
There's something kind of weirdly romantic about that to me.
There's also something about like a diner. In my head, I
Ooh.
imagine like a diner that's been there for decades.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, stuff's happened there. You know, people pass away, or people who are too dedicated to their jobs,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, you know.
and they continue serving even in the afterlife.
Yeah.
No.
But that's
Gotta
that's
pay these
spooky.
ghost bills. All right, and I got two more. So once I got emotionally attached to a doll, and if anyone else but touched her, whenever they touched her, I would see it being melted off in my dreams. And it came back when I tried to throw it out.
Wait, I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
So when somebody else tried to interact with the doll later on that night
She would get a dream
of the doll melting,
in the exact same spot that the person touched it.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Weird.
Whoa.
I've never even heard of that before.
that's weird,
Right?
That is weird. That is a.
They had a connection.
Mhm.
I guess so.
Clear connection there with that doll. Don't know what it means. I commented on this one too, and I
Yeah.
asked about. Do you have the comment for that?
You said, do you still have it?
Yeah, and what did they say?
Don't know because it's a screenshot and I can't click on view two replies after that.
I believe they said that they moved the house. They moved.
They moved?
They moved, and then they don't have it anymore.
Damn, imagine
but
if
it
they
all
moved.
stopped when they moved.
Damn. But like imagine if they moved and it followed them somehow.
Oh no!
I actually
dude.
knew somebody who had a doll and like she had a similar experience with it.
What?
Like she was having a sleepover and at one point like it moved or something and it's not supposed to move. Like it doesn't have batteries or anything, but it
Mhm.
moved and her and her friend freaked the frick out as you would and they ended up like tossing it, but at some point it like came back somehow.
Something about dolls is beyond me. I don't know what it is. Those things freak me out, and then these stories just add on to that fear.
Yeah.
What kind of doll was it?
Don't know.
Oh yeah, great question.
That's just kind of what I wonder because we're like
Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
It was
right.
It was a Barbie.
Was it a Bratz?
Yeah, right.
there was one of a commenter who commented saying that they did walk in on something playing with their Barbies.
Ooh.
That one got me very scared that night. I could not. I just
Something playing with their Barbies.
That's how you know it's probably a child spirit.
Probably.
Oh, it's so much sadder.
Yeah. All right. So the last one. Walking in the woods, and I seen a person about 2 foot tall walk across the path. I convinced myself it was a wild turkey. Got to where it had crossed, and there was absolutely no prints in the snow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like that.
No?
2 feet tall. Is that a duende? Is that duende status?
That's what I was thinking, but
That's a
they
little
leave
tall for Duende.
footprints.
yeah.
though.
You know what? That's a little tall for a duende. A duende, I feel like it's like as tall as like
No.
a cup.
Oh, they
No,
scared me.
wait.
I feel like that's too tall for a duende. James was just holding up his hand like waist high.
Mhm.
I feel like a duende is like the size of like a water bottle.
Yeah.
like at max.
They're supposed to be like little creatures, right?
Yeah, which would terrify the hell out of me even more.
Oh
but,
yeah.
but like a
Mhm.
shadowy thing.
Yeah.
You know what? Somebody recently told me that they knew somebody that where it was like a whole family game of hide and seek.
Mm.
And so they decided to play, it was at night.
Mhm.
And there's like this
no.
like small patch of woods like behind the house where they were staying at.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I think it was her brother and like one of like their little cousins, like young, like 5 or 6 years old.
Mhm.
They were hiding in the bushes. They went way too far out, like deep into like the woods because they
Mhm.
wanted to win. And while they're like sitting there crouched like in the bush, they said that they saw like somebody crouching not too far from them.
Mhm.
And then
No.
they were like, oh, they suddenly felt like they weren't alone. They looked over, there was somebody else, like a shadowy person, all shadows,
Mhm.
crouching nearby them, not too far away from them. And then that person kind of like stood up and went behind a tree.
Mhm.
And she had told me that her brother was like kind of freaking out, like, oh, that's kind of weird, but like let's just go check real quick and make sure that it's nothing.
Mhm.
They went over there was nothing over there.
Oh
Ooh, no way.
Nothing over
there.
Nothing. And like yeah, so all he did, and like the little kid was like, where did the guy go? And so she said that like her brother had to like make up some thing about like, oh no, they just went that way and
Yeah.
we just missed them.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it terrified him.
Oh.
I'm not doing that. Can you imagine playing a game of hide and seek in the dark?
Yeah.
And
Whose idea is it to play in the woods?
honestly, they wanted to win.
Yeah, but I don't want to win that bad. There's no prize.
No, for real.
Actually, that's a really good point.
That's Slenderman territory.
That's Slenderman territory, dude.
oh,
You can't touch that.
No.
dude. Maybe that's what Ziomara was dealing with, like
Uh-huh.
the spot in her room that's darker than dark.
Uh huh.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
it's the same thing.
But
Maybe,
it's in her room.
but maybe you can travel.
Oh, we don't know the rules of Slenderman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe he's got a passport.
Wait, did you guys just suddenly decide that Xiomara has a Slender Man just in her room?
No.
I did go into the comments and try to scare some people, be like, "Oh, you're due for another visit," and things like that. You know? I did do that. So if you got a comment that you opened up about this very traumatic experience, and then I just went in there and I said, "Sounds like you're due for something else, my guy. That's how
Yeah.
the movie goes." You know?
So you're turning away active listeners.
Yes.
No, I'm engaging.
And exploiting their experiences.
Very much so. You know what though? I did go through a lot of these comments.
Mm-hmm.
Common theme: shadow people.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is about that. Obviously, I don't think all shadow experiences are real, but there was way too many in there.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I was like, "Is my shadow real? Is my shadow real?" I got to that point where I was like looking around, like, "You're not gonna sneak up on me."
Yeah. It's like I'm keeping tabs in every shadow in this room.
I'm going to make a database.
Yeah. I'm gonna label each one.
Imagine.
Yeah. That's just paranoia.
No,
That's just
no.
the highest of paranoia.
Yeah.
You start
There was a
tracking your
guy
own
in there who
shadows.
made me laugh, and they were like, they were trying to explain like, "Oh, I see shapes. I hear my name being called. I see these things." And then somebody just was a dick and just kind of like, "This sounds like case one schizophrenia, my guy." And all I did was comment in like, "Guys, let's give him a chance. You
Yeah,
know? Give him a chance."
Let's hear him out.
Let's hear him out. How
Let's
many
hear him.
voices do you hear?
I was like, it's crazy. They all sound like my father
Yeah.
and my mother.
Yeah.
And they're telling me to clean my room.
It's just his parents.
That would be funny.
But we also ran into some that were more deep, right?
Yeah, we have two actually. We had two. We want to thank them personally by
Yeah. They
sending
wrote
you
long
nothing.
emails to the account.
Yes, and we want to thank you personally by sending you nothing but a thank you on this episode.
We appreciate the time and the effort that you put into sending us these emails.
Yeah.
'Cause
We've been
you didn't have
begging
to.
for interactions.
We really appreciate it because it's a pretty interesting story,
Mhm.
Yeah, and we're really grateful.
and it was finally one that wasn't shadow people.
Ooh.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay.
Well, kind of.
May I read this?
Yeah,
Okay, this was sent to us by a person who goes by the nickname Mads.
or
Ooh.
that's her name. We don't know.
Or that's, I mean, that's, hang on.
Maybe she's just always mad.
Oh,
Yo, okay.
no, she said nice things. We're not gonna go off on her.
I said maybe. I don't know her.
You know what? It wasn't even nice. It was inviting evil stuff into his house. So you know what?
Okay, well, I don't want to read this anymore.
Don't worry, Patrick will do it.
All right.
Okay, so here we go. Thank you again, once again, Mads, for sending this in. Here we go. Sup, I'm that girl who said I saw an angel.
Yeah, you are.
Slay.
So, hey, dude.
Dude, you have 7% on your phone.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
My phone's never above 15% in a day.
That's so not interesting. Anyway, all right.
He said it was funny, not interesting.
It's okay.
Pay
I'm
attention,
shut down. Either,
jackass.
I'm shut down either way. Just read your double story.
Sup, I'm that girl who said I saw an angel or the devil. So here's my story.
Oh,
Damn, that's an opener.
yeah.
I don't know exactly when my obsession with ghosts started. Probably when my 5th grade teacher handed me a book called The Haunting of Sunshine Girl. But honestly, it might have started before that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
that's-
ever read that?
No, never heard of it.
Never heard of it either.
You know what? Like teachers, this is a shout out to teachers. Like you have a huge impact on your student.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can haunt them.
Yeah, you could creep the hell out of them.
Yeah, you can make them see angels and demons.
I guess.
Or give them the ability to see them.
Ooh.
Yo.
Never had a good teacher then.
Same. All mine ever did was call me fat.
Oh my god. I think that was the worst teacher in the world that you had.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just doing his job.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just say, I was a terrified kid. I religiously hid under my covers every single night, convinced something would grab me in my sleep. Parentheses, clearly a blanket wouldn't stop anything, but hey, kid logic. End parentheses. I was also terrified of the basement for absolutely no reason. Like I said, paranoid. Fast forward a few years, I started seeing things. I brushed it off, just my imagination. Probably too many ghost hunting YouTube videos. We've all been there.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I've been there.
Oh, yeah.
But then came the moment that actually broke me. I looked out my window one night and saw a shadow man smiling.
Mm.
I even have a drawing from that night because I was so scared and I knew no one would believe me. We live in a normal neighborhood, nothing spooky.
Wait, wait. Pause it. You said there was no Shadow Man people in this.
It doesn't turn into shadows. It turns into something else.
All right. Well, it's given Shadow Man
I
because
said
you said
kind
it.
of. I said kind of.
Continue.
I hate you guys.
Alex, the world's best heckler.
Of his own show.
That is true. You were ruining the flow of your own show.
I'm adding.
That is true. Yeah, yeah. I looked out my window one night and saw a shadow man smiling. I even have a drawing from that night because I was so scared and knew no one would believe me. We live in a normal neighborhood, nothing spooky, but I swear he waved, smiled, inviting almost. At the time, I also had random scrapes and bruises on my legs. I ignored them, thinking I did it myself somehow. I saw shadow people walking around the house for a while, but they eventually stopped. Probably because I stopped giving them attention. Now, here's the part I commented on, just expanded because 1, it's embarrassing. 2, there's no way I could type all this in a comment section.
I mean, up to here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
That's at least 10 comments.
Yeah, straight up.
So last year, Has Been Hotel came out. Yeah, I know. Cringe. I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
It's this cartoon. It's on Prime right now. Basically, it's like it's a musical cartoon.
Oh, okay.
And it's very how do I say this? Yeah, you're right. Cringe.
it something-
It's about hell.
Oh, okay.
And it's about long story short, there is the daughter of Satan trying to give people from hell salvation through a hotel.
Oh.
But it's very
It's very
rated M for mature,
Okay.
musical,
Okay.
a little cringe.
Is it kind of like
Is it like trying to be edgy?
Not trying to be edgy. It is edgy.
Oh.
It edges.
But so do I.
okay.
It's one of those shows that
Okay.
you just have to see it.
All right.
All right, thanks for the context. But listen, I was a theater kid too, so you win some, you lose some.
Real.
Mads is great.
Real.
Mads is great. I became obsessed with Lucifer's character from the show. Yes, that Lucifer, the one every Christian mom warned us about online. I dove in head first. Looking back, I think I've always had a weird obsession with father figure characters. My real dad works constantly, and my mom, well, she's harsh sometimes. I don't fit into the daughter mold she wants, but hey, this isn't therapy. So I fell hard. I was raised Catholic but stopped going to church in 3rd grade. So when Has Been Hotel gave me its version of Lucifer, I was like, oh my God, he's literally me. Forsaken, hated by his parent, relatable.
Wow.
Okay. And from there, I spiraled. I found TikToks about talking to Lucifer. Not trying to be rude, but the dude was kind of chill. Then Netflix recommended the show Lucifer.
10 out of 10 show, by the way. 10 out of 10 show.
Wow.
And I
Her
thought,
phone is paying attention to her so
yeah,
well.
no, it knows her. Okay. And I
Yeah.
thought, it's a sign. By the way, banger show, 10 out of 10. She agrees with you, James.
Dude, Lucifer, the actual show, amazing.
It's a DC property.
It is.
I hate it.
I'd pray for dumb stuff like volleyball practice being canceled or for a test to get pushed back. Nothing ever worked. So I was like, fine, let me talk to your wife then. I prayed to Lilith.
Oh, jeez.
I know, it takes a weird turn, right?
And then the second I tried to open up about myself, I got scratched, like physically. I have a picture from that night. That's when it hit me. Maybe this was all real. But did that stop me? No, of course not. Teenager hormones, curiosity, ego.
At least they're honest.
Yeah, right? She's a good writer, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell she reads. Here's the moment you probably came for.
I need
was
to pause you for a second. What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? You know she reads. So does that mean when I talk, you're just like, oh, this guy definitely doesn't read? Is that what you're trying to say?
You did admit that you used AI to write your script for that one episode.
Hey.
You also have openly said that you can't read.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I need to hear from him.
The
Say
look-
it. Say it.
You're looking
Say it.
at
Tell
me
me,
so-
tell me I look like I can't read.
You don't look like you can read.
Now I know. Now I know. Go on.
Hey, man, show them up. Start reading.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? A pure leaf, no sugar, real brew tea.
Ooh, he just read your label, dude.
Yeah. Good job.
It's actually in Arizona.
No, it's not. Oh, I get you. Here's the moment you probably came for. I was driving home with my Christian friend. That's a weird thing to say. Can I just say?
You guys don't do that? You guys don't do that? You don't pick up the Christian homie?
You know what, actually?
Yeah. Right?
You know what? When you do have like that one Christian friend, it
Yeah.
kind of does precede them.
Yeah.
That's their label.
That is true. All right. My bad. All right. Here's the moment you probably came for. I was driving home with my Christian friend and her mom. Think blonde, blue-eyed, very holy. And I was like, Lucifer, give me a
Depending on
sign.
who you ask.
Yeah, actually.
That's true.
Lucifer, give me a sign. These people are boring. I walked through my front door and I swear I saw him or had a vision. It was clear, like dream clear. He had medium-length brown curls, a white Roman-style toga, and was sitting on the kitchen counter smiling at me. Then boom, snapped back to reality. Still didn't stop me.
Oop, there goes gravity.
Nah. I was so hoping you were to open to a little rap.
I talk to him like screaming into the void. Sometimes I swear a deep voice would answer back in my head, not mine, not made up, something else. For the record, I never, quote, sold my soul. I never officially, quote, worked with him. But I'd be on my phone late at night and see this tall figure, shadowy with red eyes, just watching me. Not threatening, just there. Like
And you'd rather be on that guy's side?
Yeah, right? Then my parents sent me to a Christian summer camp. I was like, whatever. I've seen the devil. You can't scare me. But I got so sick at
Yeah,
that.
I mean, let's be honest though. When you've seen the devil,
Yeah.
what could scare you?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. You can't scare me. But I got so sick at that camp. Coincidence? Bad food? Who knows? But I take 3-hour naps and feel awful during worship services. I just wanted to go home. Eventually, I stopped seeing the Shadow Man, stopped talking to Lucifer, got busy. My TikTok algorithm healed. Now all I get are
Hell
edits
yeah.
of Captain John Price.
I don't know.
I have no idea who that is.
Wow.
Sometimes I think back and cry. Legit tears. I don't see the figures anymore, and I don't know what changed, but I'm glad it's over. Also, by the way, before I forget, I did try to do Sam and Colby talking with Lucifer. It kind of worked. I don't know. I gave up LMAO.
I guess it's kind of some kind of challenge. Not challenge, but maybe they had like a little video of how they try to do it, and they try to copy it. Maybe
Talk to Lucifer?
I would imagine.
Okay.
That's wild.
Okay. In my comment, I said it might have been an angel or the devil because looking back, it felt wrong, like a trick. Impersonating a holy figure, wouldn't put it past him. But at the same time, those white clothes, it felt like something bigger than me. There's that Bible quote, 2 Corinthians 11:14-15. Satan disguised himself as an angel of light, and his servants disguised themselves as servants of righteousness. Yeah, it's in the Bible. I was right.
Well, that was their first mistake. They should have read Austin 3:16 because he just kicked his ass.
I know, right?
WWE reference.
Honestly, though, if she did that, if she opened Austin 3:16 at the Christian summer camp, they would have all been afraid of her for very real reasons.
And anytime she walked through during class breaks.
Yeah, no.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's kind of cool.
That's a power.
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
a power.
they might just drown her or something.
Yeah, or burn her at the stake. Yeah, that's
It's called
actually
baptized.
yeah, that's actually very real. P.S. I'm still probably going to hell either way. Also, the scariest thing that happened to me lately, a spider ran across my face while I was on my phone. 10/10 trauma. I fucking hate insects. Bye, your girl, Mads. Okay, and so she did attach 2 photos.
Yeah, so the 2 photos are this drawing she mentioned previously of the shadow figure.
Okay, I'm
And
going to click
then-
on this, James.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, that is definitely alarming because it's okay. So basically, like, it's a jagged drawing is the best way I can describe it. Just like a bunch of lines that come together to form the body of a shadowy figure
Mhm.
waving
Yeah.
and smiling. It has no eyes, no nose, and it's just a mouth with a grinning smile.
Yeah, and the drawing is how do I say this? It looks like someone was scared drawing this.
Ooh.
Ooh, interesting.
And for the listener, if Mads gives us permission, we will share this on our TikTok account at Dynamic Trio Pod. So look forward to that.
Ooh.
Okay.
Follow us.
Okay, and now I'm going to look at the second picture, which is of the scratch that she got.
Yes. So she mentioned in their story that she did feel scratches when she started opening up.
Mhm.
They're very light, it looks like, but
Yeah.
regardless, they're there.
Yeah,
Bro.
it's a long line. It looks like on her shoulder. Yeah.
Way to downplay her holy scratches.
Yeah, dude. Hype it up, man.
Okay, I'm just saying that if it's a freaking angel, it's
She said, or demon.
or demon.
She said,
it was,
or angel, actually.
Yeah.
also she said it was Lilith. I'm not
Yeah.
talking smack about anyone in
Yeah.
the story.
Okay,
a
so yeah,
serious
that
one.
was from Mads. Thank you so much for writing in. I hope I did a reading of your email and a good service.
Yeah, so if they let us share the images, we really want to share them with you guys, but we like to get permission first. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
give us a... Hopefully they respond soon. But crazy story, right? And it wasn't just shadow people. You notice that?
I mean, for the majority of it,
Shut
it was.
What do you guys think about that one? That one was an interesting one because it's very detailed. Clearly they know what they saw.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
know what they experienced, and it makes it very hard to believe that they just kind of made this up. Granted, they're a very good writer. Wouldn't put it past someone to make this up and just show off their writing skills.
Clearly, she has, I would say, a pretty strong imagination.
Yeah. Talk closer into the mic, man.
My bad.
Yes, but at the same time, there's drawings.
Yeah.
She put a scratch photo. Granted, again, how real is everything? Who knows? But It's a little bit extra for an unknown podcast with 5 listeners.
Yep. Yeah,
If you
because like I
think-
feel like yeah, she's not just gonna like go out there just to like write something just to write something. You know what I mean? It's not like we're like Joe Rogan or something where she can like test her writing and somehow get like I don't know like something for it. But I don't know.
I mean, think about it, guys. We are the safe haven for the people who victims of paranormal. Who would believe anyone on a podcast this big? We are the truth.
Just be honest. We're gettable.
We're gettable.
We're gettable.
Like oh we got him type thing.
no, like we're approachable.
Oh well yeah for sure because
Yeah.
it's like yeah
Yeah,
true,
because
true.
we're thirsty as hell.
That's true. That's
We
true.
just want it.
Yeah
Sorry, it's called grinding.
yeah for real.
By the
Damn.
way, one hell of an opener on that email.
Yeah
Dude, if this person's of age or whatever, that's a great Tinder intro bio.
yeah right.
Uh,
What was the opener again?
I'm the girl who saw the demon or the angel.
Yeah, that actually is. I would be like, yo, I need to know more about this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but then like,
You're gonna swipe left immediately.
Well, I'm not on the apps.
Fair enough.
that is true. Someone knows how the app works though.
Ooh, Patrick, right?
No.
Well,
You've never used it?
No.
Really?
How do you know swipe left? How do you
Yeah.
know it wasn't vertical?
Yeah.
Because it's like part of like the nomenclature now.
What's nomenclature?
Like the slang. Like everybody knows about how like Tinder works.
Pretty sure his name is Norman Osborn. But
Oh
sure.
Jesus! How did you manage to shove Spider-Man in this?
Always got to find a way.
Okay. Was there anything you guys were hoping for during this? Because we're going to come back to this. There's so many comments. We got to come back to this. Maybe a little part 2 later on. But what do you guys think? Is there any story? Is there anything you guys are looking for? Because me personally, I wanted some weird ones. I wanted on the other TikTok posts, it was ridiculous paranormal stories,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted something as crazy as like you saw it. You swear
Yeah.
you saw an alien riding your bike.
Yeah.
I wanted something like that.
God, that would scare the shit out of me. I don't know why.
What if he ate it though?
Like if he fell?
Yeah.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
Like he started riding it.
Yeah.
And they pushed him, and then he just like went over, and he actually got hurt.
Yeah, and then he like tried to like walk it off like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Looking around like no one saw him.
It's like rubbing his knee,
Yeah.
trying to pretend like it didn't really hurt.
It's like, oh my god, fuck. I got shot at once, but this fucking hurts more.
I was hoping for stories like that, so
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed to find out everyone had actual encounters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you had a second one, no?
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
But before we get there, you guys want to know something while I open this up?
Why?
What?
I said why I opened this up.
Oh, you guys want to know something?
Did you
Sure.
say why he opened it up?
No.
He said
While?
while he opens
Oh.
That's why I can't read.
I'm hungover,
this
man.
up. Yeah, I was gonna say how are you feeling?
I'm good, dude.
So, if you guys know the lore of this podcast, we had a whole episode about how ghosts are scams.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of going
yeah.
the other way around if you look at this comment section. There's like little to no UFO stuff in this.
Yeah.
Very, very little, and the few that there were, it was just lights in the sky.
Yeah, or some guy who said that he burped and he had an exorcism or something. Hate that guy, dude.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
We should find his fucking ass.
I know. I wanted. That's why I kept asking people like, "Dude, DM us like
Yeah.
this stuff." Yeah. Anyways, this one's from Pain Forever. Patrick will read this one too, but they were also same exact thing. They didn't want to write it all through the comments because
It's long.
it's long.
Yeah.
TikTok comments are so short. They don't let you type so much.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
this
didn't
is
realize that.
Yeah,
was like,
I didn't
whoa.
know that either.
all right. This was sent to us by Pain Forever.
That's not her
Blackheart.
actual name.
Not
Go
her
on.
actual name. Not their actual name. Sorry for assuming.
Oh yeah, my
Okay.
bad.
Okay, I decided to DM. I don't feel like typing about this multiple boxes. Okay, I normally get dreams like this a lot, waking up unable to move, my vision being like static TV and going black at random times. When it first started happening, I'm pretty sure it was last year when I watched the movie Terrifier.
Ooh.
I would have dreams of
Oh,
him
that's the clown movie,
yeah, it's like a weird demented clown movie.
and it's gory.
It's not
Yeah.
weird.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird.
I've seen all three.
You're weird.
You're weird.
Yeah.
Continue.
Anyway.
They get worse and worse every movie.
Yeah, I bet. That's what I heard. Yeah, I have no interest in it. Okay. When it was first started happening, I'm pretty sure it was last year when I watched the movie Terrifier. I would have dreams of him chasing me around and finally catching me. Then I would wake up in a paralysis state. Not sleep paralysis, though. Later on, it started to get worse, but only happening sometimes. I've always knew something was a bit off with me, as I've always seen shadows and figures, for example. At
Fuck,
my
more shadows.
yeah, man. For example, at my dad's house, we were all playing a game when I saw this little kid, maybe around 3 to 5 years old, peeking his head around the corner. He was wearing a blue and orange polka dot onesie, not much hair, but I could tell it was brown and a slightly tan skin tone. But he was transparent. I could see directly through him.
Whoa.
He walked in front of the counter and disappeared. I've always seen stuff like this ever since I was young.
Doesn't sound like a shadow to me.
No.
Never really thought anything of it because it's just become a normal thing for me since I've always liked paranormal and true crime stuff. There was even a time when I was younger, I was outside in the backyard when I saw a woman hanging from a tree.
Ooh.
Yeah, she was in a gown, no shoes, and had long brown hair covering her face.
No shoes.
She was pale.
What are you doing outside?
Yeah.
Going outside without some shoes, lady.
And where's your sweater?
It's cold. It's chilly.
Yeah,
God, it's so
happened
terrible.
What happened to that nice button-up I got you for spring?
What?
What happened to that nice button-up I got you?
Why'd she get her that something?
Well, I'm ad-libbing, you fuck.
Yeah, but it got personal. I don't know. What? I don't know.
Why are you gifting?
Like, why is she interacting with it like so closely?
Your phone died. Can you restart it? She was in a gown, no shoes, and had long brown hair covering her face. She was pale. She stayed there for a bit before disappearing. Like I said, this has never really affected me, but the most recent dream I had honestly kind of scared me the most. I was being picked up by my mom and brother from a friend's house. When they pulled up in a truck, I got in and people started coming out of houses and began surrounding the truck, singing a song I don't know the name of, but I just have a feeling it would be called the Town Song.
Ooh, that's
Ooh,
spooky.
yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's giving the white people from Sinners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
Give me 5 years.
You know what? Yeah, and then he's gonna be talking about how it's so good and that it was bogus that it didn't win an Academy Award.
Yeah, right.
This fucking asshole. All right. Anyway,
Give it a chance. It hasn't even. We're not even there yet.
fair enough. All right. We drove away towards a rural area and the truck slowly transformed into a van. My mom was driving it. I was laying on
Optimus
a meta.
Prime.
Oh, it's straight up. No. What's the sound? It was like.
What I've done.
Did your mom look at you and said, "Sometimes there's more to us than meets the eye"?
Oh God.
Okay.
You know what? You guys are right. Next time we do this, we only want Transformer stories.
There's no comments.
No, none whatsoever. It's just gonna be pictures of Megan Fox in the comments.
I could do a whole episode on that.
Okay. We drove away towards a rural area and the truck slowly transformed into a van. My mom was driving it. I was lying on a metal table, kind of like a surgery table, with 3 people sitting beside me, 1 male and 2 females. I sat up to fix my sock, but the guy yelled at me to lay back down, and when I did, he pulled out a syringe and injected the stuff into my leg while saying, "This won't hurt yet."
Wow.
He then grabbed this laser type machine and began putting it into my leg. I was screaming, trying to get away, screaming for my mom's help, but all she did was stare at me with wide eyes, the 2 other women not doing anything despite the situation. Just before the machine reached my leg, I woke up on my side, unable to move, almost like he was still holding me down. I looked around my bedroom with my eyes, my vision going on and off like TV static before I was finally able to move. That's the most recent dream I've had of when I was in paralysis state. I don't know what makes this happen or why this happens to my body, but I've never heard anyone else having an experience like this.
Whoa.
So I have a little theory on this one.
Okay.
It's a little far-fetched because
Okay.
clearly this is some kind of. I still think it's some kind of sleep paralysis issue,
Mm-hmm.
or they just get the best REM sleep ever.
Yeah, right.
But
I feel like they're not eating enough citrus.
well, that might be it too.
So fucking outlandish. Just like, yeah, dude.
More vitamin C.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what?
pretty sure that's scurvy.
Eat a.
You know what? Pain Forever Heart. You heard it here first. Our
Yeah.
advice: more citrus.
Yep.
Yeah, more citrus.
Imagine if that was our actual advice.
Yeah, straight up. So, hey, take a couple tangerines, call us in the morning.
That might actually work. I feel like in like old times they would always have like these weird remedies for things.
Yes.
What if that's one of them?
Yeah, honestly, just like more citrus.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can see it. You
Mhm.
know, or like, you know what? Rub some bacon oil on the bottom of your foot.
Yup.
That's a good one.
Baking oil?
Bacon oil.
Bacon?
Bacon oil.
Pecan.
Pecan.
Who says bacon oil?
It's like,
It's bacon grease.
oh my fuck.
It's grease. It ain't oil. Grease is more like fatty, you know?
My theory. Anyways.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, we already know it's bacon grease on the bottom of her foot.
No, it's far-fetched.
Mhm.
But something about that static her waking up and it's like static, her vision comes on and off.
Mhm.
It's almost giving simulation theory stuff.
Really?
Like she broke into little dimensional issues.
Maybe she's low
Ooh.
on iron.
Damn it. No, this guy's got a good freaking
You're
theory.
worse than that commenter. That
Yeah, the guy- Was it you? That's probably you on a burner account, you piece of shit.
There's 3 of those comments. You
Yeah.
do know how TikTok works.
God.
No,
Fuck me.
keep going.
This is worse than our UFO episode where you just played it all down.
All I said was that they had files.
No, all you did was break my heart.
Yeah, dude.
You crushed a little boy's dream.
You
Wow.
are a little boy, yeah.
And you crushed his dream.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, little boy.
Don't
Why are you
talk to me
saying it like that?
He
That's
called
weird.
himself
Yeah,
a
but you didn't have to say it in that tone.
All I did was repeat back what his energy.
No, you did it. You were actually very down here. His energy was up here and shaky.
You could just say.
Because
You
he
could
was
just say.
hurt.
You could just say up here.
No, because you were hurt, so you were trembling.
I wasn't. Okay, calm down. I'm not scared of him or anything.
Yo, look at their like little coalition just fall apart.
Oh yeah. Have you ever seen us play Risk?
Yeah, dude. You get wiped off the map
Dude,
fast.
Actually, yeah, it's actually pretty fucking sad.
Hey, tune into our Patreon where you can see Alex beat us all in Risk because
Yeah.
he's the worst. He just becomes a dictator.
Yeah.
that's true. He becomes a freaking storm.
Oh, sorry. I become a winner, you said?
Oh my god.
And y'all become what? Losers.
Yeah.
Y'all got cooked.
It's sad because like every time too.
It's every time. I don't think even when we team up against him.
Yeah, I know.
There was one time it was me against 3 of y'all.
Yeah.
But
And you still prevailed.
but James's girlfriend turned on him. And if she didn't do that, I probably would have been cooked. But the fact that she did,
because she saw like he had a poor tactician's mind.
Yeah.
She was like, I can't with this guy.
She didn't really want to win. She just wanted me to get hurt.
well, I think she did because at the end it was me and her.
Yeah, that's true. Like they knocked. How did we get here?
Sorry. Go and
My
explain
bad.
your thing.
My
Why
bad,
do you
bro.
hate simulation theory stuff?
I feel like it's like I've said it before and I'll say it again. I feel like it's just pessimism for pessimism's sake.
Yeah.
I get it. But you know what? This is one of those weird ones where it's just fun to play with it.
I
It's
get
fun
you.
to play with the idea that she's waking up from a different dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like seeing like behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yes. Like maybe she has powers
maybe she has powers.
that
But
could
then again,
let her
like-
see behind the curtain, or maybe her like system is not plugged in properly and is kind of like fidgeting.
Oh, it's like when you have like that phone charger and like the wire gets like a little frayed, so you have to
Yeah.
like hold it just right for it to charge your
Yeah.
phone. That's you.
That's actually such a cool concept.
Yeah, yeah.
That's I didn't think about it like that. That's
She's not
cool.
plugged in right.
Wow.
You know, because like
No, don't explain it. Don't explain it. Just leave it there, buddy.
Okay, all right.
But anyways, really good stories.
Yeah.
I like these a lot. If you guys have a better story or scarier story, or you just
Don't
want
say
to share
better. Don't put them down.
No. I want to one up each other. I want to put them against each other. Same way we put up ourselves against each other.
You know what? True.
That is true. We do constantly put each other down on the show.
Yeah. Well, anyways, if you have a story and you want to share it with us, you can share it with us at dynamictriopod@gmail.com.
Yes.
Bring it on. We
Yeah.
want to know. And if you got evidence, like you got a cool UFO video, share it. We don't need this long story either. We're down for anything at this point.
I
mean, it
do
would
like
be
longer
nice.
stories to fit time.
Yeah. It would be nice to have some context.
You know what though? Imagine there's a guy listening. He's like, "Oh man, I had legit UFO proof, but I don't got a story with
Well,
it."
if you have proof, that's enough. That's story enough.
$5 says we couldn't make an episode out of it.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this? Prove us wrong, listener. Send us a video
Yeah.
of UFOs.
That'd be pretty cool.
Imagine just a guy going like shooting the sky, and he just throws a piece of paper. He goes, whoosh.
You just wee wee
Pew, 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 pew. I think we're gonna do this again. This was fun.
Yeah.
This was yes, please, guys, please write us. We
Yeah.
love it.
We love it. And then stay tuned because we're not all into the paranormal. We like other things.
Yeah.
We can give you relationship advice. It won't be good.
Yeah.
It won't be good.
Please
I would
ask
love
us.
to give relationship advice.
Yeah.
And if you guys are interested, give us. Maybe we can even start taking calls later in the future.
I wouldn't put my phone number out there.
It
Yeah,
won't
me
be a
either.
real
I'm not
phone number.
doing
We
that.
would do
Yeah,
a
but-
fake phone number, like a Google number.
What is this? 1954, and we're the CIA.
Yeah. What are you gonna talk to me all fake like?
Okay, guys, you guys just saw it live. They shut me down. So just email us. Just email us at dynamictriopod@gmail.com.
Yes.
Send us your relationship problems, and
Yeah.
then we'll fix you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be so fun.
Yeah. Hashtag let us fix you.
Yeah.
But please, do not, expect this the most amazing advice. We're just gonna give you like what A+ advice, not A++. We're only pretty good.
And that's
Yeah.
a dynamic guarantee.
Yeah, I like that. I like a dynamic guarantee.
Yeah.
We gotta do something with that.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. But
All right.
anyways, I think that's it.
Yeah, this has been Alex.
This has been James.
This has been Patrick. Sleep tight.
And this is Dynamic Trio Pod. Follow us on TikTok at Dynamic Trio Pod. Email us your stories at dynamictriopod@gmail.com. And please, please, please share with us. We are dying to hear from you.
Bye.